Yo, whether you hated The Last Jedi or liked it, you gotta check out Ivan Ortega's re-edit. If you hated The Last Jedi and thought that it ruined the sequel trilogy and Luke's character, I think you'll like this re-edit, or at least you won't think it ruined Star Wars. If you liked it to begin with, I still think you're gonna like Ortega's re-edit better. I think it fits in with the established canon better, and Ortega removes unnecessary pork. The changes just work better and honors who the characters are. There is a tiny issue I had with it over something that was brought up and was never addressed again, although it could be that I just missed it, but I'll talk about that when we get to it. So in this re-edit, Ortega removes the cringiest things in the movie that a lot of us hated, like the comedy that feels out of place in the Star Wars universe. For one, remember that scene where Poe is stalling General Hux by pretending that he couldn't hear him? And then that one dude tells Hux that Poe is tooling with him? Gone. I hated that scene. Star Wars has always been the galaxy far, far away. They're not supposed to be talking or using the same type of humor that we use. So props for taking that out, Ivan. Even the Canto Bight arc no longer feels like it's shoehorned in. Speaking of shoehorning, remember that military-industrial complex messaging? The one that, again, drags the galaxy that's supposed to be far, far away too close to our world, making it lose its magic. The one where Rose tells Finn that there's people out there getting rich off of war, and how the same weapons dealers sell weapons to the good and the bad guys. That's gone. Which, side note by the way, I always thought that it was utterly stupidity that Rian Johnson did this, because the previous films don't leave room for any of that. Here's what I mean. In real life, yes, weapons dealers do in fact sell both sides of a military conflict weapons. That's why we see both sides with the exact same weapons. You see the same guns and tanks and aircraft on both sides of a war. Do we see this in Star Wars? No. As far as I know, the good guys have X-Wings, the bad guys have TIE Fighters, etc. So it doesn't make sense, because in order for this to make sense, both sides would have the same exact weapons. Guess Rian Johnson didn't quite think this through, did he? But I digress. In this re-edit, Luke never thought about killing Ben Solo. Rose never crashes into Finn on Crate. She never shoehorns in that awkward ass romance between them. Leia doesn't fly. Luke doesn't throw a lightsaber over his shoulder, and a couple of biggies. Rey's parents aren't revealed to be nobodies, and by adding in deleted scenes, Ortega creates a training montage that now makes it believable that Rey knows how to fight and use the Force. He also adds in stuff that honors the fandom and the universe. The biggest ones that I can remember and that really worked for me were that he changed the Holdo lightspeed crashing into Snoke's ship scene, and instead it's General Akbar who does that. Akbar going out like a boss. And oh yeah, we actually get to see Luke mourn Han's death. But the biggest one, Luke doesn't fucking die. Now, a couple things off the top of my head that I would have liked to have seen changed. I didn't particularly care for Yoda's Force Ghost to use the Force to create that lightning strike. Also, when Rey bests Luke with the lightsaber when she's getting ready to leave the island to go meet Kylo Ren, I would have removed that, or at least changed it. She shouldn't be better than Luke. So remember I mentioned that I was left confused by something, but that I don't know if I had just missed it or if it was never included. What I'm talking about there is that scene that Ivan added where General Akbar tells everyone on the Resistance ship that there's a spy among them. I don't remember that ever being addressed again. Did I miss that? Please jump down in the comments and let me know. Who was the spy? So yeah guys, this re-edit makes The Last Jedi a much better film that if it had been the canonical theatrical release, I'm pretty sure the fandom would not be as split as it is. I highly recommend it, and if you want to watch it, I'm gonna put a link to Ivan Ortega's video where he supplies the BitChute link to the re-edit. I'll put that down in the description. Alright geeks, don't forget to hit the like and make sure you subscribe. Also, check out more of my videos right now. Peace out.